Hi, random videos. Okay, so to start off with the videos, we got if I have a heart. So the breaking apart or parting has something to do with the heart. I don't know if it's a symbol of the heart, the end of a relationship, a broken heart, or a heart being broken or placed in two. I'm getting a black or a darker heart split in two. It could be like a metal heart object to do with some spiritual thing. Like, I don't know. I know you might be able to still get those BFF lockets. And people took half, and everyone wanted one. Everyone wanted a half. Maybe someone's going to do that, because you're only really supposed to break them apart when you find certain people in this or that. Okay, so a man in this, I'm getting it could be something to do with a pantsless man. So, a man walking forward, a man, I know this is weird, but someone once forgot to wear pants, or left their pants somewhere, or left their pants down when they were going to do something, so a man was pantsed or walked in without pants. I'm getting a woman, maybe one, in like a white shirt or something. I'm getting a woman that was once struck by thunder, or maybe she could have a thunder mark on her body, like a marking of thunder, like a thunder scar, or more on her body. Two birds, so I'm fine getting two red cardinal birds. I don't know what the symbolic meaning of that is. I might have to look into the tea leaf reading. I've been meaning to do another tea leaf reading video, because this can get some pretty specifically accurate shit, and it's not as hard to guess. But yeah, two birds coming together. So two people who are the same finding each other. You know, in the wild, in nature, birds are drawn to each other. So like look at like popular TV show laws where like someone on a certain TV show law is like, oh my god, I'm drawn to you, I'm drawn to your scent and this or that. Like in the wild, that means these people are the same thing. Sometimes like in TV show laws, I've seen some funny skits about people being like thinking they're like some kind of weird sex demon thing from the set, but that's just because they're actually the same but different genders. Yeah, I'm getting two things that are actually the same fighting each other. And I see this rainbow, but I'm getting there will be an Indian or Native American, Native American woman personally involved in this. Here. Okay. We have a house that looks well balanced and well placed, but so we have a cheaply built house basically. It looks well balanced and well placed, but it's actually quite weak. So certain points in this place or this house were made to break. So something looks stronger than it is, but some of these things and some of these parts were made to break, so like it can break easy. Kind of like, you know, if you've ever seen a movie, there's breakaway walls or breakaway glass. Like for the ceilings, they just put like this weird fiber stuff in, color it to look like concrete, and then they break through it. I know some people actually apparently use that in scams to make people think they're stronger, whether or not they are. So yeah, so a house is not as something that's not as well built as it appears to be. It's just being pieced together here and there. So I'm getting these all different parts from all different places. We have 10 cloaked figures. It's the Three of Swords, but these black ones in the background make me think of 10 cloaked figures looking upon a woman. We have three swords drawn, like there's going to be some judgment and justice coming down towards us in this situation. Two of these things are flying her way, and one of them is flying in the direction of someone else. So kind of like a justice judgment. We have like I don't know, retribution. I don't really know words because I don't fully understand big words, but yeah. So someone, three things happening, three things going on. A woman surrounded by 10 dark cloaked figures, and a woman, and these three swords. I think it's just like something's coming at her. I don't know, so there's going to be like a justice and retribution. Two of these swords look like they're flying at her, and one is flying away someone else, so two things flying at her, one to something else. We have a masked being, so this is kind of like, I see the ears, maybe like a cat in disguise, so it's kind of like a cat wearing a mask, pretending to be something else that it's not. So, oh, hold on, this card. So someone is pretending to be something they're not. They're hiding their true intentions for quite some times, for quite some reasons, for their own reasons. They're hiding and pretending to be something they're not. Well, trying to find something and get something else out of this situation. So someone is going to be quite deceitful, someone is quite deceitful. Okay, and this looks like someone in bindings or bondage, or it looks kind of more like tentacles or vines from this. I know she's not wrapped in them, but I'm getting someone is trapped. Someone is trapped in an unnatural and wicked trap. Someone, maybe someone where they should not be. So yeah, a trap. They're trapping this person, they're trapping this woman, they're trapping this person. I'm going to draw a card to see, but, so this person is quite beautiful, and this person was respected and worshipped because they liked their beauty. They had a gentle, delicate beauty that would never go out, so they're never going to get less beautiful. And like, very beautiful, and they always will be beautiful. And because of that, there were strong men and strong people that liked them and were kind of jealous, and they might have felt a little bit bad. But she turned around the wickedness in their path and made them look at themselves as good and aligned for the universe and as they should be seen. But because of this, someone tried to turn the situation or something upside down, so maybe it tried to make it look like they're the bad person, or they're selfish, or they're an asshole, or they don't deserve to be who they are. Or they tried to make her look different in some way. They tried to make this beautiful person look like something they're not, out of jealousy. This is reverse death. So I'm getting someone is going to fall down to death or fall into death, kind of like a weird death embrace. Or the embrace falling into life, I don't know. But yeah, so like an embrace or a situation is kind of interesting, because someone was definitely not looking like they should, or not opinionated or treated as they should. Something that's going on, but maybe in the background something someone knows or forgot about. Okay, we have someone in the background with greyish skin and a pointy nose, plotting the course, putting out points on a map. So they're studying. Someone's going to be studying a map and seeing something on a map. Quite an old map. I don't know if it's one of those old treasure maps. You can just make like this or that. But someone's going to be looking at a map and plotting and seeing something like this or that. Okay. We have 2 eggs and 2 snakes. So I'm getting this is about 2 different children being born. So 2 different children are conceived at 2 different times. One looks like it's going where they think it is, but it's not, and the other's going somewhere. I'm not sure if it's going the same place as the other one or not. They were born different, but they're quite similar and almost the same. There have been forces surrounding these people trying to get them or hurt them, maybe out of jealousy for what they are, or are born in horrible situations. A full moon is a time for celebration. Use its reflected light to illuminate your progress through the last lunar cycle. Take a moment to reflect on the journey of nature's rhythms and work with them. The image is interesting. She's cool. She can be a little bit crazy, but I don't think she really needs to be. I don't know if I have time with the amount of charge I have on this, but something else about this situation. Maybe someone could be showing us something they aren't or couldn't, which, someone's just tried to turn this around, and now let's see why they've done this. Okay, so they've done this based on this and this, which is, it's either the beginning or the start, the beginning and end. So someone was trying to steal something from someone. Someone is trying to sneakily steal something from someone due to the fact of 2 intertwined lovers, so 2 people who were once lovers and loved each other, and they're kind of like 2 snakes embracing, so 2 different kinds of deceit, 2 different reasons for deceit embracing. They had someone walking blind, so someone was blind to the truth. So this person's essentially blindfolded. There are swords in the ground behind them, but they could be turned on them, and one of them might not be what it seems. So they're trying to hide the truth from someone, and make someone see something, not see something, or make someone not see something as it is. Okay. Someone has tried to take out of someone else's cup. So someone's cup in life, like someone's cup is kind of like the biggest cup, the best cup. Someone's trying to. This snake in the background with this one too. It's pretty much saying someone's trying to steal from someone's cup. I don't know if that's a hooded crick or a mushroom, but someone's trying to steal from someone or something else. Someone, a younger being, quite bright, a little fuzzball, thing is looking on this. I don't know who that represents. Someone's watching this situation occur. But they're quite jealous because someone had some naturally gifted energy, and theirs was like the biggest and best, appeared to be anyway. And people are just jealous because of what they have and what they're given. So these people. Okay, so these people are trying to see. People are trying to flow back something. Someone's trying to flow something back, or flow something back, put it back to where it should be, instead of trapping and putting it somewhere else. Because these beings themselves are kind of like quite carefree. You know, these beings in this, they're just like, I just am. So why not let it be the way it is be? But these beings, a lot of these beings, were quite judged. It could be judged in reverse, so they could even be judging themselves. But some of these beings have been quite like looked down upon or judged for something they did or is. Okay, I'm getting again. I've seen this in a previous reading, but a yellow bucket and yellow rain boots. So there's an innocent child, an innocent little girl playing, and there's a wall. So essentially, someone's trying to defend them and chase someone off or something off with a stick. But they've used this situation to put swords into someone's back essentially, and make something or someone seem what it's not, and pay someone to be the bad guy, put swords in the back and use the opportunity to make this person look like the bad one when they might not be. And they've came in riding on an army of deceit. So they've deceived beings, they've deceived powerful beings that they could never actually be attainable on their own through manipulation, and they're holding it high. They have a fake hand, so they have some claims about what they could do and what they are and who they know or who they are, but this is all fake. It's an artificially made one. So it's like the artificial hand. So whether or not they've tried to artificially create this in themselves by stealing it from someone else or trying to recreate it and mirror it, they've tried to artificially do this kind of like robot equivalents instead of real ones. So we've got something that is a sword. Someone has tried to create a sword or an attack on someone or someone else. So yeah, someone is trying to make an attack or make an attack or a character assassination, or like someone's basically trying to attack someone else, but this attack is going to be coming back on themselves. They're going to be playing the violin game, and they're going to be trying to play in their own violin and playing the music for themselves in the background and making it look on them. But some people have strength, and they see the strength where it is and where it needs to be, and they see the situation is made and where it will end up, and they're going to use this situation to make a better outcome for someone or something as well. That doesn't make very much sense. I need more sense. I need to specifically do something. But if it speaks to someone, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But yeah, someone was not quite what they seemed. They seemed like they were walking around doing this or that, but they weren't as free of will. Someone was quite grumpy because they didn't get to do something, or they didn't get their turn because this person was freed from the restraints and situation they were in. They managed to make it out of bondage or manipulation or being forced into doing something. So someone was quite grumpy. They didn't get to do it because that person was free and they were not doing it willingly. Someone is going to try to pat or calm the inner beast or the inner wolf in this person. They're going to let it run free. They're going to give it good. They're going to make it pretty and colorful again. someone is being gifted an item which they're going to use to restore things to be as it should, putting everything, flowing it back to where it as it should be, whether or not, regardless of what it is. Someone is going to be looking at all things in these situations and weighing the balance. Perhaps it's based around a twig that goes like this and a fork, like a fork twig, or it could be based around, I forgot what the other thing I saw there was, a boot. So someone about a boot, wearing a boot. We've got someone here who looks like quite an innocent person in the background. This looks like an innocent person. They're playing innocently, but this person's got their bling on secretly, and they're hiding it, and they're hiding their true nature as a secret sociopathic motherfucker who is quite a horrible person. And they've got an innocent looking pet who does seem to be innocent eyed, but it will defend them. But they've been manipulating some of these innocent people in the background so that they can learn from them and study them and act to be as innocent as these people are and try to be there as innocent as them. We have a reverse situation where someone is making someone of status look like they are not, and this person is literally like fire. So this person is strong, this person is attractive, this person is high status since birth, and this person has earned their place among their people, and they're trying to turn things around and flip it around and make it look like there's something they're not. Someone is juggling a lot of situations right now, and they're not sure if there's an attack or a threat being made on them right now, and they can't decide. This is to do with someone who's a sour lemon in their life. So someone is quite sourly trying to go to alternative methods, whether it be magical witchcraft or manipulation to attack or assault this person, make them look like less than this person was, because this person tried full on to mess with this person and harm and hurt them, but this person ended up winning. So they're going to other manipulation means, they're going to magic to make them look worse or better. They're focusing on worsening other people's rather than bettering themselves. And I don't know why you would try to make other people worse when you could just better yourself to bring it up to the situation if there is bad people. But yeah, someone's trying to put their sourness into other people because they're unhappy about a situation, so they're trying to bring them down to a lower level because they're quite upset and sour about something that happened. Someone is stretching the truth, so they're stretching and shaping things to be as they shouldn't. So someone is going to tell the truth and stretch it out and hide a lie under it. They're going to try to shape something to make it look what it's not. I know what it is, but how people used to wear those fancy dresses and they looked like they were all puffed out like that, but they had that rib cage under them. I get people are going to try to shape things and make things fit by telling one lie and hiding a truth underneath it and shaping someone to look like something they're not. Something associated with pink, maybe a bubble gum or a gumball, but that's probably just because it's adventure time, so with pink, there's just a lot of pink on this. I'm getting someone's going to be cutting through something, like someone's going to be cutting some kind of cord in their life, so someone's going to stop working with or tuning with or working with someone or some being to see where it leads, and they're going to watch in the background, and they're going to have these people take time and watch some work and balance in the background. They're going to see them work, they're going to see the efforts and gains, and they're going to see where it leads, whether or not things are as it should when they're working on themselves as they should, or if it's just ending up to be something that's not, and weighing the balance of the situation. Death is present or is going to be present at a situation to do with this or that, and to marching on. So it's about it's going to be about multiple or numerous deaths that happen that should not have happened, that someone has experienced some deaths in their life, or some deaths, or maybe some deaths of friendships or relationships in their life that were quite horrid, and these really shouldn't have ever happened, but they was a horrible, tormented things that should not have happened, and I mean, on here it's like someone's trying to bring evil to earth. Just quite horrible, unfortunate situations that never had to happen. Okay, and we're getting someone who looks or appears to be ugly, but they're not quite as they seem. This person is actually quite beautiful, they're quite high on status, they're quite important, they're quite powerful, they're quite unique, and they don't realize people love them, and people love them quite more than they think they do as well. So someone could be unsure. This person could be quite rebellious or a little bit rebellious too in a situation or certain situations as well. Yeah, so I probably shouldn't blah blah about that. I went for a shower and a nice warm bath to get all the badness and try to flush any toxins out of my system and this like that. And then I wiped this away and my mole disappeared, but there's a little lump there. I was like, that's so weird. So to finish it off, I kind of want to do another one, but I'm like, it's going to go on too long. These are way too long to be good. Okay. So someone was caught in a web of lies or deceit that was not their own. So someone was caught up in someone else's problems. Someone was caught and they were watched or observed by someone else's. It's a cat, so you know, pussycat. Someone was caught up in problems started by someone else's friend, someone else's watchers, someone else who was watching out for someone else, or someone who was looking after someone else. Got them caught up in a situation. Someone also wasn't observing things they should, and were observing other things and looking at something else instead. So you have the inner pain. So we have the door leading into the soul, but in this situation, someone is looking at the pain around them instead of the pain in themselves. Someone is trying to give someone lessons they've learned from their past rather than letting them learn them themselves as they did to become so strong. Someone is going to reverse impatience and stop impatience, or show someone what the impatience they've been experiencing feels like. Someone went through abandonment and is no longer going to be or feel abandoned. So someone went through abandonment, so someone might learn about abandonment or see something about someone or someone, what it's like. And this started because this is a really funny situation, but this started because the snake I'm getting represents deceit. So someone wasn't willing to lie for someone. Someone wanted to tell the truth. They didn't want to do evil or horrible things in life for someone. So, horrible situations could have started for this, and people could have started on there for this. Whether it's the person in this situation who got caught up in someone else's problems, or whether it's those problems that affected someone, I don't know. Secrets reverse this moth. I get this moth represents curses sometimes, so I'm getting this moth is going to represent spell work being undone on this person, so no one can alter, affect, or bind, or steal from this person, or make them what they should be not anymore with things that are jealousy. It's due to a toxic relationship. So someone in this situation, there was a very toxic relationship that someone had with them. They were just a spiteful person who was angry because they got rejected by someone due to the fact that they wanted something else or wanted something else, and they didn't want them. So, they turned on someone because of the fear of being judged and criticized. I'm not 100% sure about that, what that means, but someone was quite fearful of being judged and criticized for what their actions or what happens. Maybe the victim was scared of being judged for being a victim. I myself in life have been scared to be judged for being a victim because I was scared that it was weakness, you know what I mean, and weakness doesn't always go over well. Someone was quite dependent on someone, and due to the fact that they were depending on someone, they were evading their own happiness. So this person, whether or not they ended spiteful, could have been evading their own happiness and just depending on other people, or maybe the other one was evading happiness to support people, and I'm getting the one that was depending on other people was evading their own happiness. Negative free will is going to be reversed, so someone's going to get free will over their mind, body, and soul. Like, you know, if you've seen that X-Men thing, they try to curse that Jean Grey lady, that one episode of Jean Grey in the X-Men, they try to curse her to be without her power, and then the second she actually uses her power, when she's not able to control it, it like goes around in a fire and consumes the whole cosmos, and a whole world had to be born again, and all that bullshit, because if those level beings, those kind of beings can't control their power, it's like an almighty destructive force that stops, like, the earth is washed away in a storm or burnt by fire. Has to be stopped and undone type things. So family loyalty is going to be returned or undone. So family loyalty is either going to be undone or returned to be where it should be. So something about family loyalty changing. Or maybe this person had a lack of family loyalty and it's due to the head. So something about someone's head. So someone's headstrong or head smart, or the head of the family, because the head of the family had a prophetic past and a spiritual excuse. So I'm just getting that could be spiritual excuses, but I'm getting this person could be turned on because they were actually related to the child of the head of the family, and they were all jealous of this person because someone in that family was the most successful, doing the best in this or that. So some people in their own family have actually turned on this person. Maybe it could be because this person has actually earned their own way and been truthful and honest, and maybe being caught in this web for a situation from someone they live with or they didn't even know, or the past has affected them numerous times in numerous ways from this, which could affect their outcome. Your feelings are your emotions in action. Use them to your best advantage. Yeah, I kind of wanted to draw another one, but this video is taking way too fucking long, Okay, so transformation is going to be reversed. Someone's going to go back to what they should be. Someone's going to learn things about truth or themselves. Someone's intuition was reversed or off or wrong, so someone's intuition was wrong in a situation. Will they admit it? Someone's quite curious, so curiosity about the situation to do with alignment that happens, so to do with a dishonest or truthful situation, so truth and honesty, dishonesty about a security, about the safety of a cycle. Safety of a cycle. I hope it's not someone getting pregnant because they took the wrong birth meds. I don't know. Okay, peace, cheers, love, night, bye.